Good afternoon. We're currently in the middle of a badly timed trade, which has just luckily gone into the money. The whole point of showing you that trade was that it would expire out of the money. We deliberately mistimed it for the purpose of demonstrating how other traders mistime trades using price action, inappropriately reading price action. So we're going to execute a second trade, which is in line with correct price action, and I'll explain both to you shortly after we've executed this second trade. The first trade may well still expire out of the money. I hope it does, because that was the intention, but it seems to have retraced back into the money now. But we have that major dip out of the money to demonstrate how this was a badly timed trade and to show you why we executed it. Now let's go back to the chart and I'll show you how this happens. That large price action fakie that you see with the first green arrow just above the 61.8% retracement is a very long fakie. It is a bullish fakie, which basically means that when price demonstrates such action, you are to wait for a retracement to happen. Most traders, when they see such a fakie, tend to go into price immediately, executing trades, which in the context of binary options, this trade has now expired in the money accidentally, which in the context of price action is incorrect because you have to wait for inappropriately large fakies, price action where the price moves short very, very quickly, showing traders that the market will now continue bearish, but it is actually a bullish pattern. What you ought to do is wait for that second retracement to happen, which almost always happens up until half the length of that fakie, the green line, or 61.8% or sometimes 70% of that line. The second trade that we've taken was correctly taken because 61.8 and 50% retracement levels, as shown by ITM Saturn Pro, have been breached successfully and tested, with high call option probabilities being at 100%. Now this trade has been appropriately timed. This retracement that you're seeing now is a level retracement. All level retracements happen regardless of how the price is moving. The 23.6% was breached successfully. The way the breach has happened is very impulsive, so naturally we're going to see price continue long side. This retracement is natural because retracements do happen on any time frame. Price needs to breathe, and that's what we're giving it. But the fact that we timed it such that the entry price was above the 38.2% after it had been tested and then breached, this trade will now continue long in ballistic fashion after this retracement is over. The likelihood of this price retracing any lower than 38.2%, as you see on the chart, is extremely low as a result. So that's why ITM Saturn Pro is ridiculously good in terms of how probabilities factor into automatically calculating these Fibonacci projections for you. All of this is done in automated fashion. The Fibonaccis are drawn for you automatically by Saturn Pro, and market data on the left-hand side gives us further confirmation about our trading decisions. This price has now, even if it retraces further down as it has twice now onto our entry level, it will still continue north in very impulsive fashion, retracing around any levels that it comes across, breaches, pierces, or tests. So here we are. After the retracement is over, price is now continuing long in ballistic fashion. That first trade having expired in the money accidentally, because the whole purpose of executing that trade was to show that it shouldn't expire in the money. But most of the time the price was in the red zone, so I guess that suffices for the purpose of this video. We have about a minute or so, perhaps a couple of minutes left in this trade to complete, and price is now testing and retesting the 23.6% retracement level, which it will soon breach just because of that mini fakie that's shown up on the left-hand side of this currently executing bar. We have a minute and 40-odd seconds remaining before price continues along, and the next target is 1.35226, which is a very high probability target, with price ITM Saturn Pro probabilities hovering between 75% and 100% high call option probabilities towards the north side. Everything is bullish. 1 hourly data is bullish, which is really why this trade made sense. The starting trade should have been off of the 61.8. We deliberately mistimed the trade to show you how fakies are mistimed by most traders, which is why this little red dip happened. But we were expecting the red dip to stay red. It accidentally went into the money. But I guess that suffices as an example. The second trade was meant to show you how to properly execute a fakie after the second fakie showed up. Second retracement of the fakie showed up to do a retest of the 50%, leaving us with this trade, which is comfortably in the money. And even if it does retrace, it will retrace just above or at the market level, leaving us in an almost guaranteed winning trade here on the EUR/USD 5-minute binary options time frame using the M1 chart on EUR/USD with ITM Saturn Pro doing all the thinking. The 1.35226 level has now been hit, which means the price may well go through it or start testing that level a few times on this time frame, as it is very normal to see on the 1 minute or 60-second time frame. We should soon be expiring on that trade, so I'm going to head over to that chart shortly and see if it has expired and let the platform calculate the expiry price. We're now testing 1.35226 once again, with the platform showing that we have 7 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have now expired comfortably in the money. This would ideally have been shot as a recovery trade, since we wanted the first trade to fail to show you the mistake that most people make and that perhaps you may be making in trading 5-minute binary options as well. Fakies are to be treated carefully. When a fakie like that happens, you are to let price retrace some of the fakie, before engaging in a trade in the direction of the fakie. And that's exactly why price action analytics are so important, and you need to be absolutely certain of when to place a trade on short-term timeframes in binary options. ITM Saturn Pro makes that extremely easy to do. Thank you very much.